Hi, Dana.
What's up, my dude?
I don't want to waste too much time. Let's get right into it.
Go.
World War I. The Great War.
Really?
That's what they call it.
Oh. Could have fooled me.
After it ended, it was the deadliest war in the history of the world.
Well, yeah.
Why is that obvious?
Hasn't ever been another world war, so like, why would there be something else that has more?
Okay, I guess I see what you're saying. But to say that there hasn't been another world war is a little misleading. Because there had been wars between multiple countries before that.
Not the world.
But do you think that every country in the world was involved?
No,
in World
no,
War
I
I?
don't. I don't think fucking the United Arab Emirates were involved.
What do you think makes it so that we call war a world war?
Continents.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
I guess it's just a sheer mass of multiple countries. At some point, how big of a deal is it that we say, okay, that's a world war?
It's continents.
The war went from 1914 till 1918, and it was fought between the Central Powers and the Allied Powers. The Central Powers, we'll call them the bad guys, were, want to take a guess?
Was Germany involved yet?
Yep.
Russia.
Believe it or not, Russia was with the good guys.
China.
No.
Japan.
Yes.
Yeah,
but
Pearl Harbor.
That's World War II.
Okay.
The Japanese also were part of the Allied Powers.
Austria.
Yeah, but what was it called back then?
Persia.
No.
It ends in an IA. I know that.
Austria-Hungary or Austro-Hungary.
It's the fucking same thing. I said Austria.
Yeah, but you said Austria and then you said it ends in IA, and so then to just repeat yourself by saying Austria again.
You asked if Austria, what was Austria called in 1918? It was called Austria.
No, it was called Austro-Hungary.
Same fucking thing, though.
No.
I mean, that was a great guess by me. But,
I'm not going to say so. There's two more.
England?
Who do you think they would be part
They're
of?
with us. Those are our boys. Those are our boys.
It's in Europe. Yeah, it's
Iraq?
a tough one. I'll give it to you.
Iraq?
Do you think Iraq is in
I
Europe?
don't know, man. I don't know.
Bulgaria, okay? And then this is the really interesting one, the Ottoman Empire.
Okay, I like the Ottomans.
The Ottoman
They
Empire,
did good work.
well, they were the bad guys, though. They were part of the bad guys.
They did bad work, but they did, for what they did, it was good.
What does that mean?
Like, they conquered.
Okay.
If they were really bad people, I'm not saying I'm a fan of them. I'm just saying they did, if their job was to conquer, they did a good job.
Usually saying they did good work means you appreciate and are a fan.
If their job was to conquer, they did well.
Okay.
Yep.
People say the same thing about Hitler.
Okay, all right. I'm not a Hitler guy.
Central Powers. Let's do those.
Those are good guys?
Good guys.
USA,
Yeah.
England,
Sure.
Canada,
Yeah. Believe it or
Yeah.
not.
Mexico,
No.
Ireland.
No.
Think
France.
big armies.
France.
Oh, France, yeah.
France.
obviously.
Russia.
Russia.
and
Japan.
Romania and Italy. The reason you have to know about Austria-Hungary is because that's where the war started. With the assassination of,
Franz Ferdinand.
well done,
Archduke.
Bosnia and Herzegovina, right? They wanted their own independence, or they didn't like the fact that Austria-Hungary was lording over them. And so Bosnian nationalists named Princip shot and killed Franz Ferdinand and his wife.
And that's it. And from there, we're off, boys.
Austria-Hungary basically used that assassination as a justification to instill or invoke their own power and answer the question of who owns Serbia once and for all.
Okay.
The world is now watching and realizes that a war is going to break out, and people start aligning behind the two different sides. There's the Serbian nationalism side, and then there's the Austro-Hungarian side. Austria-Hungary was waiting to see if Germany and Kaiser Wilhelm II, he was the German leader, would give their word that they would support the Austro-Hungarian side. And once they had that assurance, they declared war.
Do we like K-Will?
No,
We didn't like K-Will?
we don't like Germany ever.
I don't know if it was just good before Hitler.
No.
Germany's got a little bit of main character energy.
Yeah, they sure do.
They're pick-me girls.
They're pick-me girls?
Yeah, they're put me in, coach. I want to fucking hit the dinger.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. Go sit on the bench, pussy.
Always trying to take over the world.
Exactly. Fuck you.
But it all bubbled over and became a gigantic mess because Germany saw this as a justification for them to start attacking
Be the main character.
their enemies like France.
Yes.
They went through Belgium to develop what was called the Western Front, and they dug in for trench warfare, which lasted for years. Battles where a million people get killed and 100 yards of land is gained. Germany's plan was called the Schlieffen Plan. That was named after some guy who came up with it, which was to fight a two-front war. They were going to fight the Russians on the Eastern Front, and they were going to fight France and the other.
Sounds like a beer.
Does.
Hey boys, you want to get a couple fucking 12 Schlieffers?
Schlieffens.
I'd suck some of those down.
I bet you would.
Yeah.
What an effective soldier you would have been, Damon.
I would have been so bad.
Yeah.
If there's a draft today, I'm gonna run away.
I've never heard of you running away from a draft.
If there were to be a draft at any point in the next 10 years, I would run in the woods and hide for the rest of my life.
Good.
I can't be a soldier, dude.
Yeah.
If I was with an enemy and they were giving me a hard time, I'd be like, you got it, buddy.
You don't have any Chick-fil-A on you, do you? I'll give you the map. I'll show you where all of my squadron is hiding for one spicy chicken sandwich.
I mean, if I was hungry enough, yeah.
Yeah.
You never know how fucking hungry you get in war.
Russia's fighting didn't really go the way that the public wanted it to, and this built up a lot of anger in Russia during this time over the first 3 years of the war, which boiled over into the Bolshevik, the Russian Revolution in 1917. Because of their revolution, they withdrew from the war.
Okay.
They said, you know what, we have our own problems to deal with. We're not going to deal with this anymore. They signed an agreement with Germany and with the Central Powers, and this is sort of when the Americans realized we might need to get involved in
The
this.
boys gotta come in and fucking save the day.
Germany had declared the waters around Great Britain, especially, as part of a war zone. And they were using submarines and boats to torpedo and sink a lot of neutral ships. Like
Why
saying
does Germany have the right to say that about their waters?
They had the naval force to back it up, right? It's just war. In 1917, that they sank the Lusitania. You ever heard of that?
Yep.
That was a ship that was carrying there were like at least 100, if maybe more, American citizens aboard.
Oh, don't do that.
And I think they were going from New York to Liverpool, maybe?
That's where John Legend is from.
That's right. They're from Liverpool. We've done this.
Yeah, how about that for retaining information?
Woodrow Wilson rallies support in Congress, passes a war act, and we get in. We get in there.
Fuck the pick-me girl. We're coming in there, sticking our dicks on the table and saying, fuck you, Germany.
Sure, that's one way of putting it.
Eat my ass.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we get involved.
Tickle my grundle.
And with all of this added manpower, now we start to wear away at the German efforts, such that in 1918, at varying points, these different countries they wave the white flag. This leads to the Treaty of Versailles, which was the peace agreement that was drafted after the war ended, and it was quite punitive.
What does that word mean?
Punishing.
Oh, I don't want them to hear this and be like, Dana thinks we're pussies, but they were pussies back then.
Germany?
Now, yeah.
Oh, I mean,
pussies.
They declared war on the world twice.
Soft-skinned pussies.
In 30 years.
Are they still like this, or are we boys with them?
We get along with Germany.
I was going to say, because we get to go over to Oktoberfest and shit, right?
Yeah. Germany now is probably the most efficient country in Europe. That's World War I.
In a nutshell.
Yeah. All right, brother.
Thank you, Franny.
Good luck.